Hey guys, welcome back to Antonio the Realtor. In today's episode, I'm taking you into this rehab in Berwyn. It is 1913 East Avenue in Berwyn, 469,000, 3 beds, 2 bathrooms, totally rehabbed. So without further ado, let's get out of the cold. It's like 5 degrees, and let's go inside and take a look at this awesome house. Let's go. It's freezing outside, Chicago. And yes, like last week it wasn't that bad, and now it's wild. It's snow outside. So really quick before we get started, thank you to everyone who subscribed. I hit my 1,000 subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do me a favor, hit the button and help me hit my goal of at least 10,000 for 2026. So we are in this beautiful rehab property in Berwyn. It is $469,000. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the property, okay? New electrical, new plumbing, perimeter drain tile system with ejector pumps, a new HVAC system, and a new roof. The property includes a large 2-car garage. So this place has everything that you would actually want so that you don't have to worry about anything in the future, okay? So let me take a couple of steps back here. Right where I'm stepping right here is probably what we would call the living room space, okay? Behind me, of course, we have a kitchen. There's a space here for like a dining room area, but everything that you see me walking right here, this perimeter, I would say this is your living space. So maybe you're doing a sofa here. Yeah, sofa here, maybe like a sofa here so people can walk through. And then you got this awesome fireplace right here. Buttons for your fireplace, actually touch buttons, physical buttons that you can actually push into. I like that because sometimes you get the digital ones and then you're wondering like, did it touch? Is it doing it? Did it touch? But when you have something tactile where you can push, I like it because the feedback for us, you know, haptic feedback, we like to feel it. Okay, now this is the mantle. There is electricity here. I'm assuming if you didn't want to mount the TV, this should be strong enough to support the weight of a television. So nice. Okay, so this is where the TV would go, unless you guys want to put the TV like over here. You know, there's a percentage of weirdos out there that would stick it right here, like on top of a box. Don't do it. Mount it. Go get a mount. Beautiful windows, okay? A lot of light coming in. You have front windows, you have side windows, and you also have a side window right here. So if somebody was to come over and you didn't know who it was and you wanted to peek through the blinds, be like, you can do it because here is the window. I can see the front door from here. I can see who's out here on top of the, the top stairs, this area here, the porch area, and you're good. Okay, so this is nice. Now, more lighting. Let's take a look and shout out to this little chandelier they have up here, this little LED light. It's so cute. Look at that. Beep. But it does enough. It does enough for lighting because we're right in front of the window and we have can lights up here, which is pretty cool. Walking this way, I am in now the dining room area, okay? Now, I am 5'5", and I'm almost hitting the lights. Well, these things here can be raised, okay? You just need an electrician or a do-it-yourselfer. Come out, chop off the, chop it to size, rewire the electrical, and you're good. Of course, we're always gonna say for safety, you wanna get an electrician to do that, but you know what to do. So right here is gonna be your eating space. So if you wanna put a table here, this is cool. We do have this vent here, and we also have a vent over here on the side you want to be mindful of, okay? This nice, I believe this is quartz. This is quartz. It's here in the listing, okay? We have this quartz countertop here. It allows for a couple of chairs, really more than, I would say probably 4, but if you wanted to give people space, maybe you could put a nice, sized 3 set of chairs here, or stools, like the bar stools. That works here really nicely. I do like that. And now we'll come around here into the kitchen, and now it's time for everyone's favorite to show off the focal point and show off the kitchen. Okay, lighting, really quick. We have this light here that feeds light into what's going on here. Maybe you guys are playing Uno, maybe you're teaching somebody how to play chess, or maybe you just really like to Instagram your food. Right there, you can do that here, okay? We have another LED light right here on top, center of the kitchen, which is cool. We have a light right here just so that you can make sure that your dishes come out extra clean, extra sparkly. And then again, another light here, just in case you guys are gonna play poker, gin rummy, dominoes, or if you're gonna eat some food. Okay, now we gotta talk about the fact that this bad boy Has a little wine fridge in here. Look at that fanciness. Even made a fancy noise. Listen. Yeah, we like that. We like that noise. Okay. So little wine chiller there. We have a dishwasher here, stove. And like I tell everybody in every video, whenever you see a dishwasher, you want to make sure that it's anchored to the counter. And you want to make sure that if you buy the house, you have your inspector test the appliances to make sure that there's no water spillage here. You want to make sure that the burners are actually working, that the burners are getting gas. And then you always want to ask your inspector if whether or not the microwave, if it's vented, if it's actually vented out. Because sometimes they put them in here and the smoke doesn't leave the house. It just gets sucked in here and then it dissipates into the air, and that doesn't help. So you always want to make sure that this is getting vented out. Okay. And it's okay to actually test the microwave if you had to, if you have the inspector throw like a bag of popcorn in there, right? So let's talk about cabinet space. There is a lot of cabinet space in this one. I do like the layout. It's a big kitchen. It's a big kitchen island. I will tell you that. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll call it 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 17 different places to put our stuff, not including the 2 that we have up here on top of the refrigerator. Okay. Appliances stay. A pro tip, whenever you're writing a contract on a house and there are fancy appliances, not only do you put in the contract that, appliances, fridge, stove, microwave have to stay. If you can do a pro tip and say what brand they are, or you can say something like the appliances as they currently exist during the showing, just so that nobody tries to switch them out. Not that that happens often, but you always want to be mindful of that and careful. Whenever I'm in a property, I like turning the water on, if you guys know that. I like checking the water pressure. And, look at that. Fancy. You get all the dishes, And this is cool. If you have a pet and you have a little dog and you want to throw the dog in here and give him a bath, Poochie would enjoy it. Look at that. My wife likes that. My wife wouldn't mind doing that. She loves our dog, right? And if you want to be nice to the cat every once in a while, throw the cat in there. But no, I'm just kidding. You do what you want with your cat, because I know it's dangerous. Those cats get wild. So on this side, just like the other side of the counter space, we have more counter space here. So not only can people play poker and eat pizza over there, but they can play cards over here, dominoes, eat food, do whatever they're going to do. And you could just be in here. I would probably have breakfast and have my laptop here, send you guys listings for anybody that wants to sell their house or buy a house. I would literally do that probably from here, because I like lighting. I like the way this feels with this light that's coming in through here. I imagine during the summer, this area probably gets nice and warm because of the windows. And the nice thing is here on the bottom, we have a vent there, which I can actually feel right now, and a vent back here. So right now in the winter, I will say that this area right here is pretty cozy. So that's always nice. What we're going to do now, we're going to make our way to the bedrooms. There's 2 bedrooms on this floor. They are down that way, so I'm going to pass camera girl this way. And we have bedroom, bathroom. Here, let's go into the bathroom. So here we are in the bathroom. And to those of you who are going to ask, why did you get in the bathroom, Antonio, with your shoes on? I'm not wearing shoes. I'm wearing my socks. And they match my jacket, by the way, so I should get brownie points for that. Now, we're in the bathroom. We have 3 different colors going on, 3 main colors. White, gold, and this nice blue. The same blue that we saw in the kitchen, the same blue that I'm wearing right here with my socks, the same blue that I got on right here with my shirt. And the color combination from a swatch perspective, this all goes, okay? Whether or not you like the fixtures and the way, the showers, it's up to you. But I will say, this is a nice shower, okay? Cool, very cool. You have this little inlay here so that you can put your soap. And then if you look at this, I know they're still working on tightening up stuff. So like you have your faucet here. Okay, here's your switch to turn it on. Yeah, let's test the water, because I'm addicted to turning on the faucets. This is what it is, okay? And then this really nice tile that they have matches all the other accents inside. It's nice. The corners were done in gold, which is cool. They still have to come in here yet and wipe down the, wipe down some of the grout that's dried, which is cool. There is a heat source in here. This does vent. And then the big question for the bathroom is that if you see a vent in the bathroom, can you get verification of whether or not the vent actually takes odor and humidity out? Okay, but nice size sink. Okay, there's your toilet, and then of course they have a nice little mirror here and a space for your towels and all that. So that's cool. Even the toilet paper here, get the roll. You got to get the roll. Even this toilet paper roll is gold. So, you know, golden movements. If you guys know what I'm talking about, follow me. We're in the first bedroom. Okay, twin bed, full size bed. You're gonna be okay. LED light up here on the top. New windows, which is cool. And then a really nice added benefit here. Watch this. When I open the door, I don't worry about it hitting the wall or the window because they did one of those there. Okay, I like those. And then this is a closet. My jacket's in there. I didn't bring a hanger, but I threw it up there for you guys. I did that specially for all of you out there in YouTube land. You're welcome. I bet you're all like, I wonder what Tony's jacket looks like on the hanger. Well, I didn't have a hanger, but I threw it on the pole. Follow me this way. So this bedroom looks to be about the same size as the other one. So typical of a bungalow this style, you're going to see the bedrooms on the first floor, the majority of them at least, and at least one full bath. There's your closet. And then all this, and again, we have the door stopper there. And then, the doorknobs are gold. And so, it's nice. Everything in here is cool. Follow me. Follow me into this other dimension here. This is the bigger closet of the two. So nice space. Okay, there you go. You can hang up your stuff there. Don't put too much up here. You don't want to break it. You know what I mean? Don't do too much. You can always get a support. You can put a shelf here if you want, and then add another one of those L's that comes out here that's to support the pole so that stuff doesn't fall. But, it's up to you. It's your world. The world is your oyster. So now we are going to head to the second floor. So follow me. So we're on the second floor. This one is going to be easy. Watch this. The second floor, it happens to be one big, long room. It's not partitioned. They just left it open, okay? And this is nice. I think it's okay. I like the distance. I can see my car from here, which is cool. They have can lighting in the top. I can't touch the ceiling, so I'm not gonna say that it's low, but it's high enough that if you had somebody up here that was like 5'7", 6 foot, they'd be okay. The only time that you ever lose any space is if you start walking this way, boom, bump your head. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 8.5 until I hit something. 8.5 feet, that is. But yeah, bedroom, office, living space, of course. You could just partition it however you want. I like it open, but at the same time, if you wanted to do something where you put a wall somewhere just to separate it, I don't think that's going to be a problem. That looks fine. But yeah, this is the second floor. The other things that I will point out, which is important, there are outlets every I think it's something like 12 feet. But also, the heat comes up here, which also means the AC comes up here. And you already know that when the winter comes, the summer comes, especially when it gets hot, heat rises. In this case, we have plenty of vents that are going to be able to do the job of making sure that this place stays cool. So good move on the builder's part. So we're in the basement, and remember, this house is sitting in Berwyn. And in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that they had a drain tile system installed into the basement, so that, rest assured, you wouldn't have to be too worried about getting water. Berwyn and Cicero is known to get water. It depends on what area of Berwyn, what area of Cicero, but it happens. It's not on FEMA's official flood zone plane or nothing like that. And it doesn't even necessarily even have, the town at least doesn't have like a flood warning. But if you're from the area and you know the area, you know that there's always a risk of getting water. It's just like an ugly truth of Berwyn and of Cicero. So the fact that they hook this up with something like a sump pump, which you see over here in the corner, and they did the whole drain tile And there was another it's like an ejector pump system that they have in here. It's nice. It says a lot. It says that they understand the market, and they gave you a little bit of something to combat the water, especially at the price point. I think we mentioned it was something like $469. Am I right? Something along that nature. Forgive me if I gave you set the wrong price right now, but it is what it is. So what we'll do is we'll go in here really quick. This is going to be the laundry room, which is a really nice feature. It's the laundry room, and it's the area where we have the mechanicals. As you can see over here, we do have a brand new system, which even if it's new, you still need your home inspector to come through and to give you feedback on whether or not they feel that things are connected 100% correctly. Even if they give you the feedback, there's always the risk that they could miss something. So if you really wanted to check, you can get a certified HVAC person, or because this is new stuff and a builder did it, you can ask like, hey, is there a warranty for this type of stuff? It's kind of like a pro tip that I like to give a lot of my clients. Okay, we do have this boiler, this nice little round boiler. It's like, reminds me, this is the boiler that I would have in my house. Kind of looks like me a little bit, It's strong, and healthy, but people love it. But it's a little big, but it's okay because people like it because it works. It works real hard, works real good. There's that. And then over here, we have the connections for your laundry, your washer and dryer. Okay. And then of course right here, guess what goes in here? All the lint from your socks and everything else, from your sweaters and stuff. I do like the fact that they have this in here. Nice little blue cabinetry, just like upstairs, just like the bathrooms. Everything matches. Even this this countertop here is nice. You can fold your clothes here and be done with it, right? So something else that we'll point out, which is obvious, but I like to point it out because I think it's cool, is they took care of the ceiling here. Instead of throwing drywall up here and making everything look kind of enclosed, leaving it like this and just going with black, treating it with black, and it's nice. It allows contrast into the basement. It makes it look modern because this is a modern thing to do. I like it. Let me know in the comments whether or not you guys actually like that as well. I'd love to hear your opinions on that. Let's go into the bathroom. Here's the bathroom. Second full bathroom in the in the home. Toilet, nice. This is probably the same fixture that they have upstairs, with the exception of this mirror is round. I think the one upstairs was oval. This looks like it's a little taller than the shower that I saw upstairs. Maybe. You guys will have to rewind the video to find out for sure. But this is nice. Once again, we have the gold accents here, gold corners. Tile is the same as what it was upstairs in the bathroom upstairs. And then we still have gold, accent pieces. 2 for your towels, 3 for your towels. We have our golden toilet paper holder again, everybody. You know what I mean? And then it's nice because you put 1 roll here, then you put your backup rolls right there, just in case of an emergency. You need 2 rolls. You got it right here. But yeah, this is a nice bathroom. There is a vent right here, which is okay. There's a vent here, which will take out what it needs to take out. Moisture if somebody's going to take a hot shower in here. And then there's another vent in there, for heat or AC. You want to be in there on a 100-degree day with the door closed. You need some sort of circulations, if you know what I mean. So here is the rest of the basement. We do have a bedroom that we will go into, but I just kind of want to show you guys. Okay. We have a nice window here. We have this area here. It's like I see these all the time in Berwyn and Cicero. It's like the last room in the basement is always like a little storage area. But this is cool. You could put shelves in here if you wanted. There you go. You could put shelves in here if you wanted, or use it for like your Christmas tree. You throw your bins in here, whatever you want to. Here's your water line in case you had to turn something off, which is cool. And then over here, we have the final bedroom, okay? Now, the listing said 4 bedrooms, so it was 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom in the attic. They're counting that more than likely as a bedroom, and then this one down here. This is what we call a sub-level room. Am I right, Bernice? Is that? Okay, cool. Then my camera lady just confirmed that's what it is. It has a closet, okay? There's no closet door, but it's a closet. You guys can put in accordion doors if you really wanted to, if you needed to enclose it. And you guys would be fine. Another egress window that we have down here in the basement. And those windows are required by Berwyn to be there in case something goes down in the basement and you need to get out. You should be able to open this up and hop out and be good. So guys, thanks for watching this episode of Antonio the Realtor. Again, subscribe. Thank you so much for helping me hit 1,000 subscribers. The next goal is to get to 10. Here we go.